What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live watch along today. Nations League final, Spain against France from the San Siro in Italy. Big game, two heavyweights of Europe going head to head. Former world champions, of course, Spain against the current world champions, France. Big game, looking forward to it. Sunday night action. Big up to everyone in the comments for tuning in. And of course, last night was people say, "Oh, hold on. What we got? We got issues with the audio, people. Let me sort that out.
Can't be blowing up people's ears like that.
Let me know if that's better. Let me know if that is better, people. What's that like? Let me know in the comments. Is that better or still mad? If it's still mash up, I might have to restart it. Let me know. Is that any better? People saying that's better. All right, we're back. Cool. People saying we're back. Nope. Some people saying still mash up. Oh no, what's going on? Let me come back out and come back in.
One, two. Right, people, we should be back. Let me know. Yeah, I'm moving like Wilder right now. What's going on? Let me know in the comments if it sounds better. Let me know. We've restarted it, so it should be all right. Give me a yes, no, thumbs up. What's going on? Are we good? Yeah, people giving me thumbs up. Right, we're back, people. We're back. Big up to everyone. Apologies for that difficult start. This is what happens when you do live streams, man. Anything can go wrong at any time. Proper high-level fraudulence, man. But big up to everyone. The mic's definitely moving like Wilder, man. I don't know what's going on. Big up to everyone who watched that last night. I was half tempted to do a watch along, but you know, the 5 o'clock in the morning thing, when I was like, listen, I don't like doing anything half-hearted, you know. If you're gonna do it proper. And I just said, yo, man, I'm too tired. I can't do it. You know, I didn't have the energy, so I had to just watch it. And great fight, man. Wilder got slapped up. Got to give Fury props, man. Best heavyweight in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? Dealt with him 3 times. First time, probably should have got the win. Second time, bullied him. Third time, dealt with him. What a heavyweight. And it was a great fight, man. My whole day's been scrambled because of the timing, waking up early and all that. But yeah, what a fight. Big up Craig, who was messaging me about the fight as well. Brilliant fight. So yeah, big up to everyone. To be fair, I'm going to be honest, PG. I actually wanted Fury to win because I'm not a big fan of Wilder. He's got a great punch, but I think he's a scrappy boxer. He ducked out of the fight with Joshua. He admitted that he turned down 50 million. And I think if Deontay would have beaten Fury, I don't think he would have fought Joshua, even if Joshua beat Usyk. At least with Fury, I feel like Fury will fight Joshua if Joshua can beat Usyk. So yeah, man, I'm not a big fan of Deontay Wilder. I gotta be honest. Yeah, and even the fact Wilder, man, the man didn't even give him any props. Do you know what I'm saying? Didn't even shake the man's hand or anything. The guy's beat you 3 times in your own country, and you ain't giving the man no props. I don't respect that. I don't respect that, man. So yeah, for me, Fury at the moment, absolute beast of a heavyweight, man. And it's crazy because look, the man's not even. You look at the body shape, you think, how is this guy so good? How is he able to fight for so long? But he's a beast. He understands boxing so well. He said he's been fighting since he's like 10 years old, man. But yeah, Wilder, never been a fan of Wilder, to be honest. Really haven't. Lost 3 times in your own country to the guy. You know what I'm saying? Fury v Usyk could be, as Joshua got it in him to come back wild as a dosser. HMT said I ain't supporting Belgium no more. Right, let me get into the football before we end up doing a boxing stream. Listen, at the moment, you would have to say Fury would beat Joshua. Joshua's got a long way to go to even get that fight, you know? But we'll have to see. Right, people. Spain against France. Nations League final. Who's going to win it? Only the second final that we've had of this. Obviously, Portugal won the last one. Cristiano Ronaldo business. Let's get down to football. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow, people, 2 p.m. with our Arsenal. You know, I've actually taken my mind off Arsenal for a day or two, you know. So let's look at the teams. This is the Spanish team. This is the Spanish team, people. Unai Simon in goal. Back 4 of Azpilicueta, Eric Garcia, Aymeric Laporte, and Marcos Alonso. Obviously, 3 of those 4 currently play in the Premier League. Eric Garcia, of course, who left in the summer to go to Barcelona. Midfield 3, Rodri, Busquets, and Gavi. I don't know too much about this Gavi. Anyone watched him play on a regular basis? I thought Pedri would be in there. I don't know too much about this Gavi. And then Sarabia, Oyarzabal, and Ferran Torres as a front 3. I have to admit, it's not on paper. It's not the Spanish teams of years gone by, is it? You know, with Iniesta, Xavi, and David Villa, Fernando Torres, Sergio Ramos, Casillas in goal, PK, and Puyol. If you were to just go off the team lineups, then you would say that this is a French win. But it doesn't work like that. Football doesn't quite work like that. Gabi is a baller, or Gavi, I think his name is. Forgive me, or is it Gabi? I don't know. Pure midfielders, these men have got. Pure midfielders. I don't think there's any striker on the pitch. Straight false 9 settings, man. I have to admit, I want France to win this game as well. SB, thank you for the super chat. Said it was the Ugandan Independence Day yesterday. Big up, Big C. Also, I think France would win because they surprised me against Belgium. Happy Independence Day for all the Ugandans yesterday. I hope you had a great celebration. And don't forget, people, Black History Month as well. So, yeah, lots of stuff going off. Yeah, Broads, forgive me, man. You know the Spanish. You know the Spanish, man. You know, the J's are Jose, not Jose, and the V's are B's. So, Gabby. Yeah, I'm going on English right now, you know. Big up, Broads. Big up, Snake Eyes. Yo, Curtis, did you see Partey's goal yesterday? It was a mad rocket. Yeah, cheers, mate. You score goals for your country. You kill birds for Arsenal. Cheers, Thomas. Thanks a lot for that, mate. Crazy. Zach said La Masia is the best academy in the world. Incredible. Luca's life. How did Italy not get to the final? Really don't know. I think it was 37 games unbeaten before they lost that. Peace, love. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Spain are not Spain of 2010. For real, man. For real. Brandon said, big up, Big C. I moved today, bro. So, Miami, hey, all the best with that. Let me show you the French team because we are actually only a few minutes away from kickoff. And we had a slightly delayed start there with the audio situation. This is the French team. Allez les Bleus. As an Arsenal fan, I've always liked France. We've always had that connection as Arsenal fans. Interesting team. Lloris in goal, captain. Koundé at the back. Varane and Kimpembe. Pogba, Tukameni, Griezmann, Pavard, Theo Hernandez, Mbappe, and Benzema. So Kimpembe came in for the other Hernandez who played. And Tukameni came in for... Who played centre mid last game? Was it Rabiot? I think it might have been Rabiot. So we'll have to see. But that Mbappe, Benzema front two is exciting, man. I love that. I really do. No Lacazette, bro. I don't even think they know Lacazette's French. You know them words. I don't think these men even know that Lacazette is French. I don't even know if they know he exists. That's how bad it is. Oh, Rabiot's got COVID, apparently. Tukameni is a baller. A lot of people were saying that last time. I know he's very highly rated. Shaquille, big up, bro. Just join in, man. It's been very boring without your content. Bro, you know what's funny? I had one day off yesterday, and it genuinely feels like I haven't streamed for about a week. It's crazy how long it feels. When you're used to just streaming daily, you know, you have one day off, you're like, what's going on here? I feel like I haven't streamed for so long. I'm telling you, man, these man don't know Lacazette's French, man. They think he's from Guadeloupe. They think he plays for Guadeloupe, man. They don't know nothing about him. Arteta is disconnecting the French connection, that connection that Wenger built up for so many years, where young players constantly said, you know, I loved Arsenal when I was younger. I loved Arsene Wenger. I loved Thierry Henry. We've lost all that. Now, you know, with your Salibas, your Guendouzi's, these guys might not want to come and play for us. Tom says, no days off allowed. Listen, I love streaming. I really do. But even, you know, when you're doing something you love, you still have to have a day off, you know, just to recharge the batteries. Busy week ahead this week. Obviously, Arsenal is back a week tomorrow. Crystal Palace at home. Bit of a shame because international break finishes at the weekend. We got to go through the whole weekend before Arsenal play on the Monday, you know. Newcastle can buy Lacazette. Listen, they can buy anybody right now with the money they've got. I thought Camavinga is better than Tukameni. Seems like Tukameni is the real deal. It's interesting, isn't it? Searching for devices. Nah, bro, you're out of order. Oh, dear. Arteta building the Japanese connection with Tomiyasu. No signal for the French connection. It's long gone. Arteta disconnected us from that Wi-Fi signal, man. Curtis, Spain winning today. Listen, we've got 2 minutes till kickoff. You've seen the teams. Spain playing with no out-and-out striker. Do they even need a striker? They beat Italy. Many people thought Italy would beat them. This is your French team. For me, it's a French win. I'm going to go 2-1 to France. Give me your score predictions. Last stream, I was, you know, I really defended Mbappe. People were saying Mbappe or Haaland. I still said Mbappe. And a lot of people were like, nah, but he played really well in the last game, especially in the second half. And then he said, Curtis, you watched the Tyson KO, bro. Schooled him. Absolutely schooled him. Deserved. Hieronymus said, yo, Big C, being a fan of your channel from time, just wanted to ask your advice on growing a new YouTube channel, advertising, getting views, etc. Mind a shout out, collab, mate. Ha, bless you. Hey, listen, shout out. Listen, I'm always willing to promote channels, people, in the comments. You know, if you got channels, stick them in there, promote them. You know, we all start from nothing. All I would say is you learn on the job. Yeah, that's the only advice I would say. You learn on the job. Initially, I was like, I want everything to be perfect. I want a £600 camera. I want lighting. I want everything. In the end, I just got my phone out and pressed record, mate. I leaned it against something and just started talking. And you just practice as you go along. Keep making content. Improve. If your finances allow it, get a better microphone, better camera. You know, keep going. But you can start on your phone. The cameras are good enough on phones nowadays. So just get started and learn on the job, you know. Score predictions. Z Gold, thank you for the super chat. Wilder is a best man, but big up Fury. I think Wilder let himself down as a man. Lack of respect afterwards. PG said France 3-1. We are underway. The Nations League final in Italy. Cello said 4-0 to France. Makil says 2-0 to Spain. Jamie, I agree with you. I've gone 2-1 France. Phone in the car settings, Zach. That's how I started. Real talk. I leaned it against the steering wheel, press record, bang, let's talk. And you just move from there. Yeah, this would be good advice. Upload more than Broads. You see Broads, you see Santa Claus more than you see Broads, I'm telling you. I don't even know if he turns up once a year, that guy. He was making steady progress on his channel as well. 2024, I reckon we'll see Broads back on YouTube. Luca said Curtis' first ever YouTube video. Yeah, man, like I said, in the car, press record. It was Europa League final day. And I said, I'm going to do a preview in the car. Previewed it. I was all happy, you know. And then I remember after the game, I was so angry. I did a review. And I just went from there, never stopped really. So just get started, people. Things don't have to be perfect. You remember my early streams, I had Arsenal shirts hanging on the wall. You've seen the fridge in the background. It was, you know what I mean? Just get started, people. That's it. Get going. Big up to everyone in the comments. Appreciate you tuning in on this Sunday night. Santa Claus Broads, man. Man don't even turn up once a year. Dak said, I think unexpectedly a Spain win. Spain are dominating the ball at the moment. Minute and a half gone. I don't think France have touched the ball yet. Oh, nasty challenge there by the Spanish midfielder. That's an English ref. Is that Howard Webb? Ref in the game. Clock in the background settings, man. Fridge and clock. It was real. It was really real, people. You know what I mean? Before the technology kicked in, you know. Clock, fridge. Sometimes it was washing on top of the dryer. It was madness. Thank you for the advice, brother. Really appreciate it. That's why I'm a regular on your channel. You give real solid advice and top commentary analysis. Cheers from Malaysia. Big up. Really appreciate your support and good luck with your channel. Anybody who's got a YouTube channel you want to promote in the comments, no problem, people. As long as I see your comment, I will try and promote. Saliba, he was under 21 captain the other day, actually. I didn't see if they won, but he was the captain. Anthony Taylor, that's it. Not Howard Webb. It's Pogba. That's a foul. He's brought down in his own half. Big up Green Goon. I hope you're well, bro. Big up Big C. Hope you've had a good weekend. Bring back the vintage streams. Back to the old days of 5K subs. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. It's crazy, innit? At the time when you've got all that mad background and I'm like, you know, I can see the washing in the background. What's going on? You think, yeah, I want all this. And then when you start to improve it, people want the original, you know. But it is what it is. It's progression, I'm afraid. But they were the good old days, man. That clock in the background is legendary. I can still see it, though, even though I can't see it. Oh, dear. Here come France. This is the first opportunity. Mbappe in the penalty area. Gives it to Pavard. Good defending there by Spain. Omar went for 2-1. 2-1 to France. Tony says, big up, Curtis. Do you think the Nations League is a bit of a nothing tournament? I think it's improving. I do think it's improving because, listen, I remember some of my family, they said, oh, when the Euros started, that there were question marks about the Euros. Oh, what's this tournament? It's not the World Cup. And look how big the Euros is now. What I will say, it's better than a friendly. You know, friendly just has no meaning, no interest. Look at that game the other day, but, you know, Belgium against France. You wouldn't get that in a friendly. So I don't think it's a major tournament, but I think it will improve as time goes on. And I do think it's helping. I think we are getting a better standard of football. Mark said, so Mbappe still over Haaland. I'm there, bro. I'm right there. Mbappe over Haaland. Haaland is fantastic. Definitely a better goal scorer than Mbappe. But for me, Mbappe has still done it at the very highest level. This guy has scored in World Cup finals. This guy's played Champions League final. You know, this guy has been a superstar from a young age. Now, Haaland's doing bits. We've seen a lot of players bang goals in Germany, go to other leagues and not look as good. And also, in the latter stages of the Champions League, Haaland got dealt with. Ruben Diaz pocketed him for 2 games. So he's still got it to prove for me, Haaland. Haaland is brilliant, though. He's a goal machine, no doubt. But come to the Prem and do that. Do that on the bigger stages, and then I'll give it him. But for me right now, Mbappe for me. 2018 World Cup, the man scored. Did he score once or twice? World Cup final. Haaland's still behind him for me in terms of the progression. But in terms of the talent, he's definitely right there with him, 100%. Benzema's in. Takes it around the goalkeeper. Looks offside. What's he doing? Wow, what is he doing there? Surely Benzema's offside. I think he's just off. That's a tight one. No, listen, I appreciate your comments. I can see a lot of you saying you would go for Haaland, and that's fine. That is fine. Football's about opinions, people. Football is about opinions. Nas said Mbappe won the World Cup. Mbappe bangs goals in the Farmers League. Would he do it in another league? Fair point. But as I said, scored goals in the World Cup, scored goals in the Champions League. Bro Broad said, would Haaland do well in that France team? Would Mbappe be who he is in Norway? And that's a fair point. Haaland would probably be a world beater in the French team. So, yeah. Benzema, I don't know what he's doing there. Could have took it around him and scored. Haaland, for me, you put Haaland in the French team, he bags more than Mbappe. But it's ifs, buts, and maybes, innit? We can't live on that. You know what I mean? They used to saying, oh, if George Weah, didn't play for Liberia, he'd be the best striker in the world. If Ryan Giggs didn't play for Wales, it's ifs, buts, and maybes, unfortunately. He plays for who he plays for. Yeah, listen, I respect both. Haaland's a goal machine. I think Pep needs to get him to Man City. I really do. How can you not respect any of them? They're unbelievable young players. But if I had to pick one, I'm just there with Mbappe. But definitely Haaland's got the potential to go past him. Sidant said Haaland is my favourite striker after Vardy. And I see it. What I love about Haaland, he's like a throwback, original number 9, like centre forward. We're going away from them kind of players nowadays and going towards like your false nines, your Roberto Firminos and people like that. So I like the fact he's a bit of a throwback striker. Curtis and Troops having a watch-along battle. So close the numbers at the moment. Big up, Troops. Hey, big up, man. Listen, big up to the community, people. That's the great thing I always say about YouTube is France on the attack corner. Everyone's putting in the work. YouTube's overtaking television. I watch YouTube more than TV, people. I really do, because you've got the choice. You've got the choice. What you type in what you want and you watch it, and who you watch it. That's the great thing about it. Big up, Troops, every time. Mike said, nice work, Big C. You're always giving us nice content. Listen, community gives me great support. Corner to France, in swinging corner. Griezmann to whip it in. Headed away by Spain there. Goes back out to Griezmann. He's got people in there. That's a terrible cross. Oh, no, he gets a corner out of it. The keeper ends up tipping it wide. Can we just enjoy both? I hate this constant comparing. Listen, we live in a society, don't we, where everything is compared. What happens every time we watch Ronaldo or Messi? We talk about the other one. Ronaldo has a great game. He's not better than Messi, though. Messi has a great game. Oh, yeah, but he couldn't do it in other leagues like Ronaldo. Sometimes you just got to say, they're both great. Enjoy them. But it's natural to compare sometimes. King said he's on Netflix more than YouTube. I'll be honest, I watch very little TV. Like Zach, I hardly ever watch TV. Really don't bother with it. I probably watch football on the telly and that's it. Don't watch too much else. Universal Geek said, Universal Greek, sorry, apologies. Hey, Curtis, will the Newcastle players be taking the knee to eliminate equality now, given their owners are all about inequality? I mean, I can't give you the answer to that, I'm afraid. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Green Gooner said, if you add up all the other clubs' wealth in the league, they don't make up the same wealth as Newcastle. This could get out of hand. I am jealous. I think it will take them a lot longer than they think. And I think they need to make smart signings. If I was the Newcastle owner, I wouldn't be looking at like, can I get all the superstars? Because you ain't going to get no superstar. You might get a star at the back end of his career that just wants a paycheck. I just think they should build a solid Premier League team. Make themselves like a solid mid-table / Europa League challenging team, and then try and sprinkle a few little stars in there once they've developed. I see today, I think they're going for Tarkowski and one or two others, just solid Premier League players that I think improve them. I think this year, Newcastle just have to stay up. They're in the bottom 3. You can talk about all these big signings all you want, mate. Make sure you're not in the Championship. So get a new manager, stay up, buy a couple of solid Prem players and build. If their head's in the clouds and they think they can just come in and sign superstars, they may be in for a shock. Serious. They're not going to get no superstar at the top of their game. They'll have to get someone on the way down, like a Zlatan they're being linked with, or somebody like that. Sidant said Tarkowski, Van der Beek, Martial, Gallagher, Saliba, Aarons, Basuma would be good. Yeah, them kind of players there they could get. John has not been seen, people, since that stream. Here comes Spain. Oh, he shoots. He should have pulled it back there. Shoot straight at the keeper. Apparently, the Prem teams had a meeting against the Newcastle takeover. They're probably jealous, aren't they? You know, of course, they probably had a meeting trying to stop it. How about Newcastle relegation battle first? Newcastle is still a very small club. I mean, listen, it's a debate that people have on Newcastle, a big club. They're well supported. They've got a great stadium. They've got a. I think everyone has a bit of an affiliation with Newcastle, but they haven't achieved much in terms of silverware. I feel like growing up, Newcastle were always a big part of growing up. You know, Ginola, Shearer, Andy Cole, Les Ferdinand. They always meant something in the Premier League. When you played Newcastle, it was always a tough game. You know, and I think they'll be back up there. They were playing Champions League them days. Faustino Asprilla. You know, so I listen. I like Newcastle. I've got to admit, I've always said it. Proper club. I like proper clubs in the Premier League. Proper Premier League clubs. I don't like seeing Burnley, Norwich. I don't like seeing teams like that in the Premier League. They're not Premier League clubs for me. I know if you're a fan of those clubs, you might think that sounds a bit disrespectful. But I like seeing what I call proper Premier League clubs in the league. You know, they're bigger clubs in the Championship than some of these clubs in the Prem. So Newcastle, yeah, they have to stay up. And he said, I used to love Newcastle on online soccer manager as a kid. Martins was a baller. Obafemi, you know, still have nightmares about his goal. Birmingham City, League Cup final. Kajolny and Chesney, mistake. Lucas Life says Newcastle will win the Champions League in 4 years. Absolutely no chance, in my opinion. No chance. Man City have had money for 10 years plus. They haven't won the Champions League. Newcastle will be lucky if they're in the Champions League in 4 years, in my opinion. Anyway, I could be wrong. You could be right, but I don't see it. I do not see it. Yeah, I watched the boxing. Great fight. Gorav said, Big C, everybody hates oil money until it's their club. For your information, Chelsea running self-efficiently for the last 8 years. Listen, I know Chelsea are amazing because Marina is a general in the transfer market. They buy Lukaku for 97 million. They sell a bunch of young players for 100 million. You know, that's what happens when you've got a good technical director. That's what Arsenal do not have, unfortunately. With Edu, you know, just don't have it. Michael Edwards at Liverpool, another prime example, sells players that aren't worth much and gets premium for them. I don't know how, yet we can't sell players. If Guendouzi played for Chelsea or Liverpool, I guarantee you those clubs would get 20 to 25 million for him. French international, 21. It's an easy 25 million if you're a good technical director. Arsenal, we're scraping 10 million for him. That's the difference. We do bad business, I'm afraid. Zach said, remember Newcastle, Papi Cisse, Demba Ba and Ben Arthur days. Yeah, it's true. They were always entertaining. Lucas said, would you take Mancini at Arsenal? 100% I would. I would definitely take Mancini. Premier League winner, Euros winner, knows the Prem, speaks good English, plays good football. 100% I would take him. I think after the World Cup, he would possibly leave, but he'll go to the next World Cup. Demba Ba was a baller. He was good. Arsenal tried to get him a couple of times. Mark said, do you think we should go for Van der Beek in January? Still a really decent player, in my opinion. It's funny, I saw a report today from a big Twitter account, an Arsenal account, and he said, I wouldn't take Van der Beek because he rejected us a few months before he went to Man United. And I was like, you do know that Mkhitaryan rejected us and chose Man United over Arsenal. Wenger had a meeting with Mkhitaryan and everything. Couldn't get the deal done. His agent was Raiola, and Wenger wouldn't pay the agent fee, and Mourinho paid it at United. A year and a half later, the guy signed for Arsenal. I never heard nobody talk about rejected Arsenal. Van der Beek walks into the Arsenal team, let's be honest, and I do think he's a baller. I really do. Sidn't, you make a good point. Would they sell him to us? Do they see us as a threat, though? Maybe they would sell him to us. Maybe they think, you know what, Arsenal are not a threat right now. But I think he's stuck at United for now. Don Juan said I wouldn't touch Donny. I mean, maybe the problem is because he hasn't hardly played football for the past year, his confidence could be shot to pieces, you know? Zach said, remember in the last minute, Mourinho shut the door on the Demba Ba transfer to Arsenal. He probably done it on purpose. Mourinho was always trolling us, Probably, deadline day, we think we've got the deal done. Demba Ba from Chelsea, no time to get another striker if that collapses. And Mourinho says, I don't think so, mate. You're not having him, Alvin said, I'd take Donny in a heartbeat. King said, Curtis, they are not a big club. Never have been. I was born in 2003. I know Ajax, Benfica are huge. Why didn't I ever know Newcastle? They're a small club. I think they are. How could I describe it? They're not a big club in terms of trophies. They haven't won anything major for a long, long time. So in that sense, they are not a big club. They're a big club in terms of stadium and support, So, but I would say they're a historic club. They're a historic club. Everyone knows about Newcastle United, black and white stripes, Shearer, Asprilla, Bobby Robson. Do you know what I mean? They're historic rather than a giant of a football club. Big clubs have silverware, and that's what they're lacking. But maybe with this owner, it will change. Clement, hope you're well, bro. Said I definitely would take Mancini at Arsenal. Who should we get in midfield in the January window after Partey and El Neni go to AFCON? It's going to be difficult. I mean, let's face it, Basuma is otherwise unavailable now. Aouar, I saw a report the other day that Aouar's told Leon he doesn't want to leave in the winter transfer window. So that could be another one. Don't forget Muniz and Harris. What a film. How could I ever forget? And yeah, it's a difficult one. So I like that. And do you know what? It's crazy you just said that. Bruno Guimaraes. This is a player I like at Lyon. Actually plays in midfield with Aouar, but he's a little bit more. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like he's a bit stronger, a bit more ready for the Prem, I would think, than Aouar. Although I do like Aouar as well, I would take him, but he's very small, bit technical. Feel like Guimaraes is a bit stronger. I would definitely take him if we could get him. Another player I would take is Weston McKennie. There was reports that he was offered on loan to Burnley from Juventus, which I can't understand. I would take him as well, especially if we could get him on loan. Zach said Newcastle got 5 league titles, Chelsea got 6. Yeah, but when? What decade? Was they in black and white? I'm not sure. Big up Levan, hope you're well. Big up Curtis, just joined the stream. What's the match looking like? Not great at the moment. A lot of keep ball from Spain at the moment. Renato Sanchez, yeah, he's fit now. I would take him. He nearly went on loan to Wolves. I would definitely take him as well. Wilshere and Ramsey, nah. I mean, listen, they're saying Ramsey could be available on loan in January. Mark Xavier said, as an Arsenal fan, me and a few friends are going to watch Newcastle v Brentford in November because of the atmosphere. Yeah, do you know, I've got a few friends who do that, especially abroad. I know a few have been to watch Ajax. A few friends have been to watch Barca. I know Robbie went to watch Dortmund once. It's good. Listen, I plan on going to watch PSG at some stage this year, to be honest. Sheridan said, I hope United get Frank Kessie. Yeah, I believe he's a free. He hasn't signed that contract yet. Although he has been offered a deal. I believe he is negotiating. Apologies, we're not even talking about this game much. It is a bit of a Spain keep ball session at the moment with not a lot happening. Lucas said, I went to watch PSG. Wow. Did you go this year? Oh, no, he said 2018, 4-0 PSG. Yeah, I definitely want to go now with Messi and Neymar and that. Mbappe will probably leave in the summer as well, so it'd be good to watch them. Oshia said Bruno Guimaraes has incredible ping passes. He's a baller. We tried to get him before he went to Lyon. I think Emery was the manager. But I would definitely go for him now. Craig Malloy, I hope you're well, bro, said, Curtis, it's been 1 week since I started the seafood diet. I've lost 1 stone already. Wow, all the best. Well done, man. Stoptober, innit? Cut something out. And it's very easy, innit, when it's winter. We've got an injury at the moment for France. Tuckermani's down injured. It's very easy when it's winter to start eating bad and them cold nights, you have that big, heavy dinner with the extra spoon of rice, and then you want that little dessert after as well. And it's very easy, this time of year to start eating bad. It's good to get into good habits. So listen, well done on losing your weight. Hope you get down to your target weight, and it's important that you can show that discipline, that you can cut something out. So listen, well done, keep it up. Nick said, what are your thoughts on the club? Ajax, love the streams, keep it up. Listen, Ajax are a giant. Ajax are a European giant. Sad thing about Dutch football, they don't have that money, do they? They lose their players. That's the sad thing. But yeah, Ajax are a giant of European football, no doubt about it. Luca said, do you think Arsenal will get top 6? I think it'll be hard. I think we're capable of getting it. Top 4, I think, is beyond us with this manager. Top 6 is possible. It's whether we can find consistency. Big up Gunnar Vettel. Hope you're well, bro. He said, I had a dream, Curtis, that we were being treated to our Arteta ball today. I'm suffering withdrawal symptoms of Mikel's waffle tactics. You know what it is, Gunnar Vettel? It's funny, isn't it? Because sometimes when you watch Arsenal, you think, I can't stand watching this. It's boring. It's not entertaining. And then you have an international break and you're like, just bring Arsenal back. I'll take a Mikel Arteta press conference. I'll take Arteta ball, football. Just give us our Arsenal back. So, yeah, we've still got 8 days before we watch Arsenal play against Palace at home. King said, here in America, we got Thanksgiving before Christmas. So much turkeys, I'm telling you. This is where it's food season, isn't it, Zach said, my manager, Mikel. Oh, man. I mean, listen, he's our manager. We're stuck with him, but we have to support him, I suppose. Peace Love said, what's the hardest part of being a professional footballer, both physically, emotionally, and mentally? I would say it's the mental side of it more than the physical side. I think you just get into a habit physically that you're used to training every day. You're used to eating pretty good. And when you're young, sometimes when you're young, you can eat a little bit of junk and your body will just work that off. You've got that fast metabolism. It's the mental side of things. Imagine training every single day and being in a club or a situation where the manager's not picking you and you can't understand why. And you have to see that manager every day. And, it's difficult. There's so much politics in football. It's unbelievable. One of the biggest mistakes that I learned growing up was I thought ability alone would get me there. I soon realized when I got into the game, there's way more to it. There's so much politics in football. It's unbelievable. Like I said, now my son's in a professional academy now. And at Christmas time, there are parents giving gifts to the coaches. They're giving gifts, basically trying to bribe the coach, getting their good books. It starts from a young age. It's crazy, people, but definitely psychological. You have to be very mentally strong to make it in football. I tell you that. Abdi said, big up Big C. Just wanted to share good news with my fellow Arsenal community and just community in general. But I hear you. After hard work, I'm officially a qualified electrical engineer. Your channel has helped me get through tough times. Listen, big up Abdi. Well done. I'm always for sharing good news. Any good news, people, throw it in the comments. Well done, Abdi. I'm sure the community will big you up. Electrical engineer, good job that. You can get a lot of work out of that, make money. So well done. Onwards and upwards, people. I'm all about progress, you see. I'm all about progress. That's what we have to do. Look, the community is bigging you up as well. So well done. Here come France. Benzema shoots this block. France have hardly done anything. Literally hardly done anything in this game. Yeah, man. Everyone bigging you up. Well, listen, anyone ever achieves anything, throw it in the comments, man. I'm all about progress and achievements and togetherness, all of that, people. Do you think France will win in 90? They're going to have to step it up. They're getting bopped at the moment. The only thing is, Spain aren't really going nowhere with their passing. They're just, they're just keeping the ball and moving nowhere. Yes, Abdi, big up, man. Well done. Jaden, Goose Fair's being cancelled. What? Legendary fair in my home city of Nottingham, people. I think because of COVID, they've cancelled it. What can you do, eh? Different world, innit? Different world. Do a stream about a footballer diet one day. Yeah, listen, why not? We do some streams about football and the things you have to do and that. I remember, like, like the first day of pre-season, they used to do body fat test, alcohol test, because a lot of players, they'd been on holiday. Some players would come back a day, 2 days before the holiday, before pre-season, and they'd still be full of alcohol and stuff. So crazy, man, crazy. I've done pre-seasons running up hills with backpacks on my back full of logs of wood, people. All they, their managers do them old school things. Had to do running with weights on our legs, all sorts, man. Some of the stories, I'll be here forever. Listen, eventually, like I said, people, we'll probably set up a second channel and do more general content on there. Talk about hip hop music, whatever music, food, dieting, lifestyle, cars, crypto, all kinds of stuff, people. Zach, honestly, for me, the worst part of football is pre-season. I hated it. I was always one of them guys. I just tried to stay in the middle. You had players all the time. You're like, how was your summer? How was your holidays? No, I haven't been on holiday. I haven't been on holiday. I've been in the gym for 4 weeks, just running. And then, man, there were at the front. Me, I'd go on holiday. I was having fun. I just did enough so that I was in the middle of the pack. I didn't need to be at the front, It's crazy. Hardest preseason. Oh, mate. Do you know what? Let me tell you something. Went to preseason, turned up one day. The gaffer said, I want you to do 5,000 meters swimming. So he takes us to this swimming pool, some Olympic size swimming pool. He wants us to do 5,000 meters of swimming, right? And I was shattered. So I thought, how am I going to get out of this? So I turned around to the manager and I said, I can't swim, And he said, what do you mean you can't swim? You're a grown man. I said, no, I can't swim. When I was younger, we never went swimming. I can't swim. He said, oh, what am I going to do? Like, it's a swimming session. I said, I'll just have to watch. So I just watched the session. All the boys were swimming around 5,000 meters. I told this guy I can't swim. About 4 weeks after the season started, all the boys went on holiday. We had a 5-day break. During the international break, we went on holiday to Barcelona. There's a swimming pool in our hotel. I've gone in the swimming pool on day one of the holiday, started swimming lengths from end to end. All the boys are like, what's going on? I thought you couldn't swim. I was like, well, I'm trying to blag it, telling them, I felt a bit embarrassed in pre-season that I couldn't swim. So I've been doing lessons every week for the past couple of months and I've learned how to swim. They didn't believe it. They told the manager. Manager was not best pleased, let's put it that way. But you got to do what you got to do, people, man. I can't swim. I can't swim, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to swim. I've come here to play football. What do you mean 5,000 meters swimming? I said, no, I can't swim. I said, I'm from the ghetto. We don't learn how to swim. All we do is jump in puddles. That's it. We can't swim. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, people. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do, man. Yeah, I pulled an Edu on them, man, there. Yeah, the gaffer find out. One of them obviously told him. You always get that in football, man. Someone will always tell off you. Yeah, man, like Phelps, brother, told them, man, yeah, I can't swim, man. I'm going to have to sit this one out. He was fuming, by the way. Absolutely fuming. Luckily, he got sacked that season because he was telling me all year, at the end of the season, I'm going to do, we're going to do a crazy swimming session. He got sacked after about 6 months. Yeah, mate, you got to do what you got to do. Get yourself out of it. This game is very slow, people. It is very slow. Nothing's going on. The ball's out for a throw. We haven't had a shot for a while. I try, but I can't swim. You know them ones? Curtis Phelps, Arsenal turned Curtis into a full-time comedian. This is what you have to do, man. This is what Arsenal do to you. You have to milk it with managers. Oh, Spain appealing for a penalty. Ball was crossed in. Did that hit the arm? I think that will go to VAR afterwards. Apologies, I'm not talking too much about the actual game, people. There's not a lot going off. So sometimes I have to just go into some news stories, Evan T gained a new subscriber. Thank you very much, bro. Welcome to the community. You know what I mean? Tell them, man, you can't swim, man. They're going to do a VAR check when that goes out. Definitely will do a VAR check, people. It looked as if it hit him on the arm. It's just he was close to him. I'm not sure if the angle, he could do anything about it. Navan said, I can't swim either. Listen, whatever you need to tell him, tell him. Every day, Kurt is waffling. Get out of the picks, Kurt. Oh, is that going to be given? Kunde hits the back of his elbow. Persian, how you doing, fan back in France? Yeah, I want France to win. They're not playing great so far. Doing a VAR check for the penalty, people. What's going on here? I've got it on mute. It looks like no, it hasn't been given. Amal said, are you going to any Arsenal games this season? Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely go to a few. At the moment, though, I just want to concentrate on building the channel. I will vlog. I will definitely vlog when I go, just so there's some content there. But obviously, I've never vlogged before, so I don't want to give you some shabby vlog. But you know what? The Man United game is one that I'm looking at. Listen, we'll see. I will definitely go to some. Curtis, make sure you let your son take swimming lessons early. 100%. 100%. I have to get him into that. He can already swim, to be fair. Yeah, big up Cruz, man. They got 2 goals today, man. I have to big him up. They won 2-1. It was a tough game. He got 2 goals. I uploaded one of them earlier. Big up to everyone for their messages. Big up Luca, said favorite YouTuber. Good luck to you, Luca, as well. I know you said you've got a channel. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing. Don't get frustrated, keep doing it. Very good goal from Saka for England. Very, very good. He was, he took it well. Andorra were terrible, though, to be fair. They were really poor. But, yeah, you can only beat what's in front of you. 5,000 meters, way too far. Trust me, when I heard that, I said, nah. I was fuming. I said, listen, I've come here to play football. Man's got me swimming around like I'm going to the Olympics. I said, nah, bro, I can't swim. What can he say about that? He can't force me to swim if I can't swim. They didn't even have a gym there either because he was, you could have gone to the gym. Nah, mate, I'll just watch. Arman said, how you doing? I'm good, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you are well. Guna David, I'm telling you, that's what they wanted me to do. I ain't doing that. I ain't swimming. Come here to play football, bro. Persian said, bro, my mom subscribed to your page today. I told her I was about to watch the game. She asked me if I would be listening to you. Big up Persian. Big up your mom. Appreciate the support. Ali Arsenal, Curtis, did your son have a YouTube channel? I think he does want to get involved. I think he wants to set one up, kids nowadays, man, this modern era, it's all YouTube and TikTok and all that. They love that, man. It's different. When I grew up, man, I dial up internet, man. You know what I mean? They don't know the pain. When the phone rang, the internet cut off. They don't know the pain. 3 calls after 6 off the house phone. We're a different generation, but yeah, I think he wants to get involved and set up a YouTube channel. So maybe we'll get one set up soon, to be fair. Mohammed, appreciate the super chat, bro. Said Premier 11 last decade. Do you know what? We may do so. I'm gonna do a couple of different streams this week. So we may do like a greatest team of all time or something. We'll do something along those lines. So I appreciate that, Mohammed. Here comes Spain. That's a foul. Took a many fouls in. Free kick to Spain about 35 yards out. I woke up after 15 minutes watching this match, says Makil. I don't blame you, man. But it is your son Arteta in. He wants Arteta gone, man. He's not happy with him. Kids, they want entertainment. He watches Arsenal. He's like, what's this? Get rid of him. Kids see things very simple. They either like it or they don't. He wants Arteta out, mate. He doesn't like watching us. Amal said, I went to climb the O2 Arena in London on Friday. It was great. I also went to a comedy club in Camden at a bar. Hey, big up, man. How did it go? I've seen a few people do that online and stuff, man. It's high up as well, isn't it, man? Big up to Amal climbing the O2 Arena. Lucas Hood, hey, Big C, hope you're well. I've been following my local team, Jersey Bulls, recently. We had a good cup run in the FA Cup. Qualifying round, sadly got knocked out last weekend. Listen, them early rounds, people think the FA Cup starts in January, man. When you're playing lower leagues and you start them early rounds, man, in like October, November. It's mad. It gets a bit crazy. But did you work a job while playing football? No. No, that was the full time, I probably had enough time that I could have worked, but I chose not to. I had to try and focus. Gorav said, Big C, your prediction for the Ballon d'Or winner. Gotta be Lewandowski, surely. They might just force it and give it to Messi because he won the Copa America, but I think Lewandowski definitely deserves it. King said, Curtis, do a tier list or something for footballers yet. I have done a tier list before. I think I did Arsenal's best players. So we could do that. It's just some more like Aubameyang, Kane, or Lukaku. Interesting. Who would I don't even know who I would compare him to out of them three. I would say not Aubameyang. Aubameyang's a bit lightweight, man. He's strong. But he's quicker than Kane. But then Lukaku's a bit clumsy, isn't he? So I don't want to compare him to them. That's an interesting one. Probably Kane with a bit more pace. I don't even want to compare him to a Tottenham player, to be fair. But yeah, Sai said your stream is better than the game, bro. I'm trying. After watching that game the other day, which was incredible, Belgium against France, I was expecting a cracker here. But this has been an absolute snooze fest. 37 minutes gone, 0-0, and it is a boring one at the moment. Kevin Diaz, Curtis, what's the one thing you felt like you could have added to your game? I would say I wasn't good enough in the air. I'm quite tall, 6'2", and I wasn't good enough in the air, really. I should have been a bit more dominant. The problem with me, which people didn't understand, when I was growing up, I wasn't that tall. So because I wasn't that tall growing up, I was never great in the air because when you're smaller, you're not great in the air usually. And then all of a sudden I had like a growth spurt in my late teens, probably 18, 19. And all of a sudden people wanted me to be a target man. I'm like, listen, that's not me, bro. Even though I'm tall, I'm not good in the air. When you play lower league football, professional, some of the game is scrappy. They see a 6'2" guy. They expect you to be some Peter Crouch dominating in the air. So definitely wasn't good enough in the air. Gotta be honest, Yeah, Ben White settings, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I used to sometimes got dominated in the air by centre back. I didn't even like heading the ball. Gotta be honest. Do you know what was crazy? I liked heading the ball if you was crossing it in for me to score it. But like a goalkeeper would take a goal kick or a defender were clearing it. I was like a turtleneck, fam. I didn't want to head it. Trying to flick it on some big defender, just jumping. I said, nah, man, get the ball to me on the floor. But lower league football is different, man. They see you tall, they want you to win headers. Seaside Mustafi business, man. I'm telling you, Seaside Mustafi. I was definitely not no powerhouse in the air, that's for certain. I said, Curtis, how do you watch Cruz's games as a parent and a former player? Do you know what? I have to try not to say much. And I just let him. I always review the game with him afterwards. I don't say a lot to him because it can get frustrating. You have to remember he's young, he's learning, does a lot of good things. They make mistakes. I just try not to say much. And usually on like a Monday, we'll do a little training session. We'll like review little things in his game that I think he can do better. We'll talk about what he did well, and we just try and do it like that. Jaden said Mansfield Town is quite local to Notts for me, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I used to get from Notts to Mansfield in about 25 minutes to training. Bro, in my teenage years, I was not even 6 foot. Do you know what I'm saying? I was not even. I would not have been considered tall. That's for certain. There were players a lot taller than me. And then I just had a growth spurt and they thought I was some sort of beast in the air. No, not me, bro. Put the ball on the floor. Varane's down injured. Man United fans will not be happy with that. They will not be happy with that at all. Coach Curtis in the building. Hey, man. What happened to Varane there? Oh, wow. That's a bad one for United. No one near him. Stretchers for the ball. They're the worst ones, mate, when no one's around you. He's probably twinged his hamstring there or something. They must be fuming. Back to Lindelof and Maguire settings. That is not good. Nothing worse than getting injured like that. Only OG fans remember the Edgar Davids story. Do you know what? I just try not to bring it up too often. You know, I've said it a few times. I'll bring it up in a few weeks or something. But yeah, if you've been around for a while, you'll know. Varane is down, not good for United. He's limping off. I think he's coming off, people. Yep, he's off. He is off. Upamecano, former Arsenal target, is coming on. Varane is coming off injured. Man United fans will be fuming. Maguire apparently is out for 5 weeks. Wow, I didn't even know that. Lindelof and Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly is always injured as well. Salim said, Curtis, is there anything you can't do? Bro, there's lots I can't do, man. There's lots. Shaquille said, Curtis, have you ever went for a 50-50 header with a keeper? Listen, I've gone up for him. I don't know if I win many of them, but I've been up for him. Do you know what I mean? I go up for all the headers, but I don't win too many of them. United have Phil Jones. Phil Jones, the forgotten man, 100 grand a week. Here's Upamecano, another player on that list of Arsenal nearly signed this player. Upamecano, you know. Wizkid, the artist you're talking about. Jarman. I don't know him personally, but obviously heard his music. Miles said, where does De Bruyne rank in the Premier League midfielders of all time? Personally, I think he's only behind Gerrard and Lampard. If I'm being cheeky, I'd take him over Gerrard. I put Gerrard ahead of him. I think De Bruyne is a great player. He's a bit injury prone. And he hasn't had them moments that Gerrard's had. I put Scholes above De Bruyne, to be honest. But listen, in this modern last 5-6 years, he's unbelievable. He's probably the best centre mid in the Prem on the ball when he's fit and in form. More fan of Xabi Alonso or Pirlo. I like Pirlo, you know. Oh, no, but then Xabi Alonso is a beast as well. I like Pirlo. I'm going Pirlo. Wow, Zach said De Bruyne's better than Scholes. Jeez. Listen, as I say, opinions. See, for me, Yaya Toure is one of the best midfielders I've ever seen in the Prem. Unplayable. I know a few Premier League players or ex and current Premier League players, and then man say to me, prime Yaya is close to unplayable. And I've heard this from more than 2 or 3 players. They say, prime Yaya, forget it. It's a write-off. 6'4", built like a brick, used to stride through the middle, technically impeccable, left foot, right foot, long range shot, set pieces, unbelievable player. Prime Yaya Toure. Scholes is the best holding midfielder alongside Vieira, says Zach. Echo said Yaya could do everything. Jamino said Toure was so good in his prime, so underrated. Unbelievable player. Seriously unbelievable. Arsenal tried to sign him when they signed Kohler. Couldn't get a work permit for him. Miles is not happy. He said, I love you, Curtis, but there is no possible way Scholes is better than De Bruyne. Don't forget De Bruyne has the most assists in a Premier League season. Has he got more than Thierry? I thought Thierry had the record unless he leveled it. Listen, for me, Scholes. Listen, and Scholes is a Man United player, so I have no allegiance to him. Scholes unbelievable. When you can play for one of the top teams in this country for like 10 years and just boss the midfield, win the Champions League, win the Prem, win the FA Cup, win all of that. You know, Inter Milan, when they had R9, they wrote a blank check to Man United and said, tell us how much you want for Paul Scholes. We'll pay whatever you want. Scholes, he didn't want it. I don't know. I'm a massive fan of Scholes. Can't lie. He's a genius on the ball. De Bruyne is a great player. I just still feel he hasn't had that dominance yet. He hasn't won the Champions League, hasn't done that much for his country. You know, he's a Premier League Donny, but I put Scholes ahead of De Bruyne. But again, opinions, people, opinions. Master Applewhite said Scholes any day over De Bruyne. These City fans are deluded. How can De Bruyne be better than Scholes? Listen, I never slander people for their opinions, but I put Scholes above De Bruyne. I think he's done way, way more than him. So look, how did you rate Petit, Big C? Underrated next to Vieira? I think Petit was very, very good. I just think it's a case of the man next to him was so good that it kind of overshadowed him a little bit, you know? Tab said Ashley Cole or Nigel Winterburn. Ashley Cole by absolute miles. Best left back I've ever seen play for Arsenal. Probably, arguably, the best Premier League left back of all time, to be honest. Here come France. Can we get some excitement, man? It's been a poor first half. Here's Pogba. Finds Mbappe. France lack a little bit of pace at times. Like, look at that ball given away. Spain could be in. Oh, recovers there. And they get away with it. Koundé does well. Scholes was bossing the midfield. Bro, Scholes at the age of 34 scores a volley at Old Trafford, top corner pass, prime Barcelona. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels, man. De Bruyne has not had them moments yet. He really hasn't. Scholes is incredible, people, and I'm an Arsenal fan, so you don't need to ask me twice to make me not rate a Man United player. Paul Scholes is incredible. I'm telling you now. Some of the youngers, if you haven't watched him as much, Scholes, mate, he's unbelievable. He was so good. Liverbird said De Bruyne is a level below Gerrard, Scholes, Vieira, Yaya. Give it a few more seasons and he may end his prem time in the conversation. 100%. All them guys you're talking about, I mean, look, Yaya didn't win the Champions League at Man City, but I just feel like they've dominated for longer periods of time than De Bruyne. Half-time, people, and seriously, that was brutal. That was absolutely horrendous. Honestly, I have to big you lot up in the comments because when you have games like that, when it's an exciting game, it's easy. Everything's free-flowing, game, the comments. When the game's like that, you need the comments to carry you through. Sunday night, it's been a long week. I was up early watching boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? You've carried me through that first half. You know, I hope we get a better second half. I think Prime Yaya was better than De Bruyne, said Zach. Taz said, didn't they bring Scholes out of retirement? He went to Manchester City and bossed it. He wore Sports Direct football boots, people. Do you know what I mean? Miles said, when it's all said and done, I swear people's opinion on De Bruyne will massively change. Just a difference of opinion. 100%, Miles. Listen, I agree with you in the sense that I think Kevin De Bruyne is an outstanding footballer. There's not a lot he can't do. He can drive on the ball. He can shoot. He can cross. He picks a pass. He's brilliant. The problem with Kevin De Bruyne, hasn't done much for his country, really, considering his talent. Hasn't done much in the Champions League for his team, considering, you know, how good they are. As a team, they haven't really. You know, they've made a final, but they're still not classed as one of Europe's elite. I don't think De Bruyne has had their moment yet, and he's very injury prone the last 2 or 3 years. He gets injured most seasons. But if we're talking about talent, Kevin De Bruyne is outstanding. There's no doubt about it. Talent-wise, he probably does compare with your Gerrard, your Scholes. But in terms of achievement, what they've produced and on a bigger platform for a longer period of time, I think those guys are ahead of De Bruyne at this moment. But he may end up above them. You never know. I think Man City eventually will win the Champions League. Zach said De Bruyne has done it longer than Yaya. I just felt like Yaya, at his best, it was almost so dominant. You couldn't live with him. You could not live with that guy. He was unplayable, you know. But listen, it's all opinions, people. I respect your opinions. Noel said, big up Curtis. Wenger said Scholes was a great player, but had moments when he committed dirty tackles, which spoiled his play. He definitely couldn't tackle. He really couldn't. Kieran says, what has Scholes, Lampard or Gerrard ever done for their country? I mean, listen, what did they get? They got to a World Cup semi-final. I think we know in general, a lot of these players were not as good for England as they were for their country. And I think a lot of the problem was the club rivalries were so big back then. They just didn't get along. They couldn't come together as a team. I think that's fine now. I think the England team does click. But back then, they didn't like each other. You know, they really didn't like each other. The Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, that rivalry was so strong. I think it was very difficult for them to come together and achieve anything with England. Listen, this Unai Simon in goal, I don't understand that either. Surely that guy is not better than De Gea. I remember him having a shocker in the Euros, that mistake he made, but it is what it is, man. Shaquille said Jamaica playing Canada later today, therapy settings. I mean, listen, watching Jamaica at the moment is definitely not therapy. It's causing more anxiety and pain, if anything. Do they play today? I didn't think it was today. Is it today, people? Let me know. But yeah, Jamaica against Canada. I thought it was on Tuesday. No, you're right. 11 o'clock tonight. And listen, before anyone asks, I will not be doing watch-alongs for the reggae boys at the moment. The way they're moving. Whitmore as manager, man. And a lot of the players, they pick up these players and then all of a sudden they don't turn up. It's not good enough. Simon is good with his feet. It's crazy, isn't it, nowadays? Picking goalkeepers who are good with their feet, but they're not great at making saves. And times have changed, eh? Times have changed. Canada got some ballers. Arsenal should get Jonathan David, decent. Alphonso Davis. Ah, dear. Zama said so as Belgium World Cup semi-finalists. Fair point. I just think De Bruyne's behind them not yet. When you mentioned to me, if you said to me, Steven Gerrard, for example, I would say this guy scored in the Champions League final and was part of one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen in football. This guy scored a 90th, or what was it, extra time volley against West Ham FA Cup final. He's had huge moments in his career. If you said to me, Kevin De Bruyne, what's Kevin De Bruyne's biggest individual moment? I honestly would struggle to name it. And that's not taking anything away from him. But I think the biggest players have big moments as well. Big moments. Has Kevin De Bruyne had many big moments? I don't think he has. He's a great footballer. Doesn't take anything away from him in terms of talent. But I haven't seen them moments from him yet. For me, he can't talk to the likes of Gerrard and that yet. Them man have put in work, serious work. You know what I'm saying? Serious work. They're a level above De Bruyne for now in terms of their career, you know. How can you compare De Bruyne to Gerrard? I mean, listen, people do, especially modern generation. They see a player perform, they go, right, I didn't see much of a Gerrard, so De Bruyne must be better or whatever, you know? Shaquille said that McKennie kid looked really great against Jamaica. That kid is technically gifted and has a lot of spark to affect the games. And like I said, apparently was available on loan in the summer from Juventus. I think Arsenal should be looking at Weston McKennie in January. No, man said that Gerrard slip. Yeah, do you know what? That probably tarnished his career, to be honest. That slip. It really did. It hurt his reputation a lot. A lot of people really put a downer on his career because of that. Guendouzi on the bench, do you think we can get him back? I mean, I believe he has to play a set amount of games for Marseille, and that will trigger the obligation to buy. So I don't think you ever see Guendouzi play for Arsenal, that's for sure. Gerrard performed in 2005 versus the best team in the world. De Bruyne can't do that. Jamino, what's the best comeback you've ever seen? I would say the two that spring to mind. One of them, unfortunately, is Arsenal, 4-0 up against Newcastle. The other one is Liverpool Champions League final. 3-0 down against an incredible AC Milan. Oh, yeah, definitely, Zach, that one as well. Neymar and Messi for Barca against Unai Emery's PSG. I forgot about that. That's definitely up there. Imagine being 3-0 down in a Champions League final outside of your country, and Kaka, Shevchenko, these men are absolutely bopping you off the pitch. And you're looking in your dressing room and you're seeing like Vladimir Schmitzer, Jimmy Traore. You're thinking, this game's done. They're going to lose 5-0. And this is what I'm saying. Gerrard was a part of that. bringing that team back. But a lot of you are right. You know, that Barcelona PSG one was incredible as well. Really was. What's your view on Hazard at Chelsea? He was incredible. Incredible. It's a shame to see what's happened to him at Real Madrid, because I thought he was going to do the business over there. Sai said Gerrard v Lampard. If you could only have one, Steven Gerrard for me. Better footballer. Frank Lampard, elite goal scoring midfielder, one of the best attacking mids I've ever seen. Gerrard for me has got more leadership, better all round game, penalties, free kicks, corners, drive on the ball, tackles, headers. Steven Gerrard for me over Lampard. Kieran said Liverpool v Barca. Oh, yeah, that one as well. Origi. Yeah, that one was class as well. Reading v Arsenal. That was a good one. Barca v PSG. The only thing, Reading v Arsenal, it wasn't a game on the same level as them ones, you know. But I hear you. Definitely good. People asking where do you put Pogba. Pogba's not on them man's level. Hasn't done enough. I always say Pogba talent is supreme. His production and performance is not on the same level as his talent. And that is why people question Paul Pogba. I think Pogba's an elite footballer, but he's not elite in terms of performance. Turns up once a month, twice a month, you know. Dine! Oh, that was a good one. Mike said Lampard for me will get you goals and assists. Gerrard won't. Ooh, that's harsh. Probably scores more than Gerrard. I think Gerrard's just got more to his game for me, more leadership as well. Zach said Pogba's talent is better than KDB. It's close, you know, maybe, but the performances are probably not better than KDB, and that's what matters the most. Not how talented you are; it's about the level you perform at. You know, the likes of Ravel Morrison, you know, prime examples. Alex Ferguson said he was the most talented player I think he'd ever seen in a teenager at Manchester United before they signed Wayne Rooney. But he didn't have the career because he couldn't apply it. It's not how good you are, it's about how good you perform, you know? Prime Pogba better than Prime De Bruyne, said Zach. Do you agree, people? That Eddie said, I think in the Prem, only KDB matches Lampard and Gerrard. Interesting. Where would you rank Kante? Kante is up there. He's a beast. His role is very unique, box to box, energetic, win the ball back. Nowhere near as good on the ball as them lot. Probably the best, probably one of the best we've ever seen in his position, in his role. If you wanted a ball-winning centre mid, box to box with pure energy, N'Golo Kante would be right up there, you know. I know we compared Makelele and stuff, but Makelele used to sit in front of the back four and break up play, where Kante goes after it. Anthony said MJ or LeBron. MJ for me is probably the GOAT. But because of my age group and what I've seen, LeBron is my favorite because I've been more interested in basketball with LeBron playing. I think MJ is the best. But LeBron is my favorite, you know what I'm saying? Because that's our generation, and you know, I've always liked LeBron. I've always liked LeBron. Mike said no one does what Kante does, hence you can't define his role, and that's it. That's it. Big up John Layer. I hope you're well, bro. He said, "No, Scholes for me was the guy." Listen, as I said, for me, Scholes was incredible. Very. It's one of them. Like, if you just look at footballing stats, sometimes you wouldn't appreciate how good Paul Scholes was, especially when he went into that deep lying midfielder role towards the end of his career. He was the only English player that could play like the European way, but in the Premier League. That's why I rated him so highly, Scholesy, man. He was elite in that role. Marvu said Kante, our club legend, too good, man. Bargain as well. Still hurts me that deal was in our hands, people. In our hands. Any deal that was close to Leicester, I had an inside link. Right, I've got a good friend who works at Leicester. I knew a couple of the players as well, and I had two conversations with him. One when Arsenal tried to buy N'Golo Kante, the other one when we were going to buy Jamie Vardy, and he told me at the time, I said I was actually excited that we were signing Vardy because I'd had enough of Giroud, and I said for years we need to give Ozil a striker that can run so he can, look even better. He said to me, Vardy is going to Arsenal. We've paid the release clause. He's going to Arsenal. A few days later, he said to me, Vardy is going to take a few days to think about it. And I said, well, why has there been such a change? You told me Vardy was going to Arsenal. He said to me, and this is honest, right? He said to me, Arsene Wenger told Vardy that he wouldn't always play through the middle because Arsene Wenger loved Olivier Giroud. So when Vardy went there, he said to him, sometimes you'll play through the middle and Giroud will be on the bench. Sometimes you play off the wing and we'll play Giroud through the middle, you off the wing and Sanchez on the other wing. Now, do you think Jamie Vardy can play out wide? The guy ain't going to get the ball and stop dribbling past fullbacks. And they flopped the deal. They flopped it. And he changed his mind and Leicester offered him a massive contract and he decided to stay. He wasn't convinced that Wenger was going to get the best out of him. So again, Arsene Wenger messed up the Jamie Vardy deal. All you got to do in football sometimes is tell somebody what they need to hear. Tell him you're coming to Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs in the country. We was in the Champions League. You got Mesut Ozil, one of the best creative midfielders in the world possibly at the time. You got Alexis when he was at his very best. You had Walcott, who was, I never really liked Walcott, but, he had a goal in him. And you get Vardy done, 22 million. It's a bargain. He just broke the record the year before in the Premier League. This man's telling him, I'm going to play you out wide. The man said, what? I can't play out wide. I can't dribble. I can't dribble. Tell him what he needs to hear. Tell him you're going to play every week. When he comes in, chuck him on the wing if you have to. And this is what, for me, why I get so frustrated with Arsene Wenger. Like you said, Issa, Luis Suarez, best striker in the Prem at that time, and we bottled that deal. Jamie Vardy, record goal scorer, broke the record. Was it 10, 11 games in a row he scored? Bottled the deal when it was in our hands, 22 million. N'Golo Kante, second conversation I had. I said, is N'Golo Kante going to Arsenal? He said to me, Chelsea and Arsenal have had the same offer accepted. And he told me N'Golo Kante wants to go to Arsenal. He had an affinity with Arsenal. There's a lot of French players. They loved Arsenal. He loved Wenger. At the time, I think Chelsea had just finished 10th and Mourinho had been sacked. They were bringing in Conte. It looked a little bit unstable at Chelsea at that time. Arsenal were top 4. Kante wanted to go to Arsenal. London, French manager, all of that. The deal was done. The problem was his agent was asking for like 8 or 9 million or something, which is a lot of money for an agent's fee. Arsene Wenger wasn't willing to pay the agent's fee. Long story short, Arsene Wenger said, I don't believe the agent should be paid that much money to get a deal done. Timer's on, people. Big up to everyone. So Arsene Wenger walked away from the deal at 35 million because he didn't want to pay the agent's fee. And he said, we will go and buy Granit Xhaka from Mönchengladbach for 35 million, and his agent only wants a couple of million. So instead of paying 8 million for Kante, for his agent, you paid 2 million for Xhaka. So the difference between N'Golo Kante and Granit Xhaka was 6 million pounds. Now, don't get me wrong. I know, like you're saying, that agents are dirty. Look at Raiola. Raiola apparently wants 25 million to do the Haaland deal. Why should he get that much money? But this is the way football's gone. You got to move with the times. This was one of Wenger's biggest mistakes. This guy wouldn't pay 8 million to this guy's agent. He said, no, I'm paying 2 million to Xhaka's. Now, you tell me the difference between Granit Xhaka and N'Golo Kante. One's a World Cup winner, Champions League winner, Premier League winner. The other's got 44 yellow cards and 6 reds and tells the fans to F off. You get what you pay for sometimes, people. And this was where I started losing faith in Arsene Wenger. This is where I lost faith. He actually said as well, Arsenal agreed a deal to sign Mahrez with the player, but Leicester never negotiated the deal. So we actually tried to sign all 3 of Leicester's players that won the title that year, and we didn't get any of them. Cheers, awesome, mate. Cheers. You know what I mean? Crazy, absolutely crazy. But hey, we moved. Here's the little story, people, and that's coming from inside sources at Leicester, so it's definitely true. But second half's underway. Let's see how this game goes. I started the timer. Please don't give us a 0-0. It's the final. We don't want 0-0, man. We need goals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Xhaka has an FA Cup. Well done, mate. Could have had Champions League, Premier Leagues. Spain on the attack, overhit. Luca, listen. Arsenal should have won the title in 50. The Leicester title, I thought was our title. We beat Leicester at the Emirates. Danny Welbeck, last minute header. Stadium erupted. I was at that game. I said, title's over. We beat Leicester home and away that year. We beat them away from home in the gold Puma kit. Sanchez hat-trick. And then we done them at home, didn't we? Danny Welbeck. Do you know that goal was one of my favourite goals that year? I watched that goal about 100 times. I loved it so much. I loved the moment of getting that last-minute free kick. We were losing to Leicester. I think they got the penalty. Vardy dived over Monreal, and Leicester fans were chirping, and we scored 93rd minute header. Danny Welbeck, who'd been injured. I said, that's it. We're winning the title. This is our year. And then Jamal, like you said, Olivier Giroud goes 15 without notching. 15 games without notching and took that title away from us. And this guy, Wenger, couldn't let go of that guy. He loved him. I swear Giroud must be his nephew, his son. He loved that guy so much. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Ian said we were the only team to beat Leicester home and away. They lost 3 games that season. We beat them twice. They won the title. Crazy. Absolute madness. The frustration of Arsenal, eh? Do you know what? I feel like I haven't spoken about Arsenal for weeks. I've only probably not streamed about Arsenal for 2 days. We'll be back doing Arsenal tomorrow, people. 2 p.m. Try and get a couple of collabs done for this week. At least this week it's a bit better because we can start building up to the games at the weekend. Obviously, we play Palace on the Monday. So we've got a little bit longer to wait. Monday night football. Arsenal play Palace at the Emirates. Should have won the league 2008, 11, 14 and 16. LJ, Big C, what do you think of Abraham the other day? I think he stepped his game up. He has. I'm still not a fan of him. And I'm not just saying that because I said I didn't want him. I'm still not convinced he's that good. But has he improved since leaving Chelsea? I think he definitely has. Lucas said, would you like to collab? Yeah, maybe we get something sorted. I'll look on your channel and reach out, man. Obviously, like I said, people, Curtis Shaw 9 on Twitter, number 9. Curtis Shaw, number 9. Follow me on Twitter. I think I'm nearly at 5K. DMs are open. Anybody got any suggestions or anything? Reach out, people. And we're nearly, I think we're at 37K nearly as well on YouTube. Yeah, we only need 12 more and we hit 37K. Hopefully we hit that tonight, people. These stories making me want therapy. It's painful, isn't it? It is painful. Lucas said, I've DM'd you. I'll check the DMs, bro. Appreciate that. Rion, prime on Rio, prime Sanchez. Thierry's the best I've ever seen at Arsenal. But I have to admit, I loved Sanchez because I saw Sanchez when I was older. I feel like you enjoy it more when you're older. You appreciate it a little bit more. But Sanchez was special. I have to admit, I enjoyed Sanchez. But Thierry's the best I've seen at Arsenal for me. Here comes Spain. This game, it's not getting any better. I can't believe it. Yeah, the 9. You know what is, Ammo? Throughout my career and when I was young, I always wore the number 9. I loved R9. I love wearing the number 9. So I always used to put the 9 on. So that's what the 9, kind of signifies. Curtis, we've got Granite Super. Hey, man, I don't know about Super Granite. Pogba's looking angry at the moment. He's had a couple fouls, getting frustrated. Wasim said, Curtis, saw your story. What a goal from Cruz. Yeah, man, lovely finish. Little ball roll. Goes past the defender, little finesse bottom corner. Big up to my boy Cruz. Done his thing today, man. I love football because of Henry, Arsenal, and Ronaldinho. I have to admit, and I said this before, I've almost become convinced that I'm now a Ronaldinho fan more than R9 Ronaldo. Something I never felt I would go away from, but I feel like he's the best player I've ever seen. He didn't do it as long as some of the others who've done it for longer, but I just feel like Ronaldinho, I've never seen a footballer like him. How can you be that skillful, that entertaining, but with that much end product as well? He had probably 3 or 4 years at Barca, he was unplayable. Omar said Cruz better than Curtis. Hey, listen, you know, I don't mind that. That's the whole point. You know, when you have kids, you want them to be the better version of you. So I'm all for that. Yeah, man, Cruz better than me all day long. I wasn't as good as him at his age. Jake said most entertaining player ever. Ronaldinho, 100%. King said, heard the news about Neymar. What was it that did he say that next year is his last tournament for Brazil or his last World Cup? I think that's pretty understandable. I think he's 29 at the moment. Next year he'll be 30. He doesn't want to go to 34. He'll be 34 the next World Cup, so he doesn't want to go to 34. Ball whipped in. Goes all the way across. Sarabia. Gunnar Deja Vu said Pogba is too emotional. Sometimes these players, you know, when they're really good players and you foul them, they almost have this thing like, why are you fouling me? Oh, here's a chance. Mbappe doesn't quite play. Mbappe could be in. Great tackle. Under hits the pass. Marcos Alonso clears it. AYN said, what position does Cruz play? He's a striker, man. Gunman, striker, goal machine. 2 goals today, winning goal settings. Yeah, Alonso, man. This guy wasn't even getting in the squad for Spain before. Now he's right in the team. Lucas said, Curtis, your favourite French player of all time? It's got to be Thierry. Got to be Thierry. Zidane's up there as well, but Thierry, man, come on. He's Mr. Arsenal for me. Oh, he said so Neymar said, yeah, after next year he won't play for Brazil. I mean, it's strange that. I think when I read the story, he was saying that because he played for Brazil at such a young age, he doesn't want to continue playing when he gets older, but he's getting a lot of criticism. Some people saying that he's weak and to retire at 30 from playing for your country is a little bit. But then some players do that to maintain their club career for longer. You know, maybe the traveling and everything's took it out of him. I agree, Peace Love. I don't think Neymar's aged well. I think he was better when he was younger, quicker. He's had a lot of ankle injuries as well. What are we saying? RVP's left foot or Podolski's? I think Podolski's was more powerful, but I think Van Persie's left foot was better. He just had that sweet left foot, man. When he hit it, it just stayed hit the ball so clean. Favorite Dutch player of all time? Ooh, I gotta go Bergkamp. Hullet and them man were greats, but I didn't really see them much. They're older, so I gotta go for Dennis. I like Clarence Seedorf, though. I gotta admit, I was a fan of him. I like Patrick Kluivert as well, and Overmars. I mean, they had some ballers, man. But I go for Dennis, magician. Amir said, "Big up, Curtis. Bless yourself and your family." Cruz looking like the next Zlatan. Hey, not Zlatan. I'd say he's quicker than him, quicker than Zlatan. But yeah, definitely a clean finisher in front of goal. Robin, a lot of people saying Robin. He was good. Here comes Spain. Appeals for a penalty. He wins the ball there, I think. Took him and cleared. This game's got 1-0 written all over it. Chris Fraser said Van Basten or Dennis. Van Basten, again, before my time. So I tend to pick players that I've seen more. Robin was definitely a special player, though, as well. Van Persie, Kluivert, but the Arsenal thing. Oh, yeah, Wesley Sneijder, baller as well. Rhythm said, I feel like Robinho is highly underrated, one of the best pure dribblers of all time. Again, he's another one of them players where, like, the talent didn't match the career he should have had. I loved him at Real Madrid. I thought he was unbelievable there. Came to the Prem, didn't really work out. went to AC Milan, and he just kind of faded from there. But in terms of skill, entertainment, Robinho, man, for stepovers and everything, it was incredible. Doesn't get talked about enough. Van der Sar was good as well. Craig said Kaka or Nedved. Gotta be Kaka, man. Definitely Kaka for me. He was incredible. Essien or Partey? Essien, man. I can't lie just because he's a gooner. Partey gets injured too much. Here comes Spain into the penalty area. They get a corner. I can't believe this has been such a boring game. You get this sometimes though in finals, you know, where both teams just kind of stop each other from playing. That was definitely not a penalty. He wins the ball. It's a great tackle. Denilson at Betis, like 100 stepovers. Corner to Spain. Adriano could have been the next R9, to be honest. Sad he dropped so soon. It's crazy. Listen, his left foot's one of the best left foots I've ever seen. Adriano. He was that people said he was the left-footed R9, but it just didn't happen for him after he left Inter. If Spain had a striker, it just reminds me of Man City again. Although Man City are better than this Spain team, but it's crazy now, isn't it? How people always try and do different things to get ahead of people, and now you got teams playing with no striker to just dominate the midfield, and then they just let whatever midfielder is highest up the pitch kind of becomes the striker. It's crazy tactics. You would never think you could watch football with no striker. But I don't personally like it. I'm not a big fan of it. Levan said, did you see Partey score for Ghana yesterday? I mean, yeah, cheers, Thomas, mate. Scoring rockets for Ghana, for Arsenal. You're hitting pigeons on the roof. Sort your shooting out, man. You know what I mean? Come back to the Prem and start shooting. Rooney or Aguero? Oh, that's a tough one, man. I feel like young Rooney was absolutely incredible. Honestly, young Rooney for me was unbelievable. Towards the end of his career, I feel like he went downhill a little bit, lost the pace. But the young Rooney was ferocious. I'm going to go Rooney, Going to go for Wayne Rooney. Alexander said, I remember seeing Zlatan and Adriano against us at the Emirates. Looks like I may never see us compete against teams like that again. It's sad times, isn't it? Jaden said, the gravity in Ghana is different. Kept his shot down. It must be, innit? Maybe the gravity is not as strong in England. Riverbird said, when Pato broke on the scene, I thought he was going to be an all-time great. Then injuries when Young completely derailed. He was so quick. I remember a goal he scored against Barcelona. He ran past about 4 players. I said, wow, this is one of the quickest strikers I've ever seen. His career just disappeared. I think he's in the MLS now. Would you take Lingard over Odegaard? Do you know why I wouldn't? Yeah, because he's 29. He's ex-Man United. I just wouldn't take him. If he came to Arsenal and was poor, you're just going to, it's another Man United reject. Would Lingard score more goals than Odegaard? Probably would. I got to be honest. Probably would. But, Lingard's disrespected Arsenal too much for me. Man was moonwalking on the Emirates. I can't accept it. Dr. Figures said, Arsenal fan for 20 years and counting, spent my morning rewatching videos from the ESL protest period. Still find it hard to believe how fast we gave up on the protest. Big up to you, bro. It's sad, isn't it? Because honestly, at that first protest, there was so much togetherness. I loved it. I said, this ain't going to stop until we get real change. And within a month, everyone just said, that'll do. A couple protests, we've given up. We'll just accept it. And it's sad. It's really sad. Do you know what? Somebody said to me the other day, out of all the clubs that was in the Super League, Arsenal shouldn't have protested it. Arsenal and Tottenham should have actually said, you know what? We're so bad right now. We should actually take the Super League. That's probably the only way we would have been playing against PSG and teams like that. But listen, I didn't agree with the Super League. But to be honest, yeah, out of all the clubs, we're one of the clubs that should have actually... we were the luckiest to have been in that. Jorginho Season said Lingard is clear of Odegaard. I think people more have a personal dislike to Lingard because of the way he was celebrating against us. Shaquille said, I'm still not convinced by Odegaard. Me neither. Favorite R9 goal? so many. I love the Barcelona one where he runs through the two centre-backs. I think that goal's unbelievable. The defenders are actually trying to close the gap, and the man just somehow like melts between the two of them. There's probably more, but I that one always comes to mind. Big up Josh Shaw, hope you're well, bro. Said big up Curtis. Do you think fans realise the sacrifice that young players who make it through the academy system make to succeed? Less than 1%. No. Listen, it's very difficult to understand without it being explained or watching documentaries. The things you have to go through, man. Listen, football looks so bally from Mbappe, overhits it. For all you see in football is the glamour. Premier League, they're rich. The pitches are nice. They go on holidays. They go out with models. It looks like film star settings. It's just you're living a great life. You would never believe the sacrifices what people have to make to do that. You know, going to bed early, missing out on parties, not going on holidays, training in horrible weather. As a pro, you have to train on Christmas Day, people. Doesn't sound like much of a sacrifice. You would think, so what? But when you're in the lower leagues and you're not getting paid great money and it's freezing, it's snowing, and your family's having, Christmas dinner and you're going training, and you think, what is going on? And if you're playing for a team that isn't in the city that your family's in, you got to do so much, people. Genuinely, it takes so much. Here come France. Mbappe finds Benzema, whips it in. Oh, off the crossbar for France. Oh, my days, they hit the bar. Was that Griezmann? Who hit that? Benzema crossed it. I don't know who hit that. Oh, it's Hernandez. Left foot. It's the crossbar, people. Hits the bar. First real big chance for the French. And Hernandez hits the crossbar. It bounced down and came back out. Theo Hernandez, yeah. Definitely not in. Definitely. Oh, here's a chance for Spain. Oyarzabal could be in. He scored! Goal for Spain! Goal! España! Goal! Oyarzabal with the goal. There will be a VAR check for handball, but Spain have unexpectedly taken the lead. Viva España! Oyarzabal with the goal. And it is 1-0 to Spain. Viva España! Wow. Against the run of play. Now, there's going to be a VAR check. Ball over the top by Busquets. First of all, he's not offside. He's being played on. And does this hit him on his hand? I'm not sure. It's a great finish. Left foot, bottom corner. Upamecano doesn't really deal with it. Does it hit his hand or hit his chest? The replay is not showing. What? They're not even showing the replay. So maybe it's not handball. They're not even showing it. Upamecano goes to block it. Goes under his foot. Lloris, no chance. That's a fantastic finish. Luis Enrique, 1-0 against the run of play. Oyarzabal. There you go. I'm butchering his name, people. But wow, 1-0 to Spain. Viva España against the run of play. Although I say against the run of play, they've dominated the ball, to be honest. Oyarzabal, that's it. And no, VAR has passed it. No handball. They didn't even really show it on the replay. So I thought he handballed it initially. Upamecano, of course, a former Arsenal target. I think Arsenal wanted to pay millions for him. Pogba, here come France. They've got to react now. They were 2-0 down against Belgium. Somebody in the comments called Mbappe a French. Whoa! Benzema! Oh! What a goal! Big boy Benz equalizes for France! Oh! Benzi! Oh, what a player! Benzi! What a finish! Benzi bends it in the top corner out of nowhere and France equalise. Big boy Benz with the equaliser. Pogba finds Mbappe. He drives Benzema on the overlap left-hand side corner of the penalty area. Bends it into the far top corner. Goalkeeper's about 6 yards off his line. Look at the bend on it. He gets a fingertip on it. Tries to bend it into the top corner. Bends him up for me. And I said this over and over again, people. I don't care what anyone says. He is one of the best strikers in the world. You do not play up front for Real Madrid for 10 years. If you are not an elite, his intelligence and understanding of the game, the guy is a monster of a player. Wow, what a goal. Instant response. Big body bend settings. Jeez, 1-1. Let me change the score. Allez les Bleus, people. Allez les Bleus. France equalised. What is going on here with this? Oh, man. What's going on? How have I rotated the score? What's going on here? 1-1. Equaliser. Why is this turned around here? Rotate that, man. What's going on? And France on the attack again. Wow, what a goal. Big body Benzi, you know, with the equaliser. There we are. We're back. Score was ramping. Benzema with an instant response. Like BlackBerry Messenger, people. Instant response settings. Everyone's woke up now, people. Big body Benzi, you know, you can't talk to him. Yo, what was going on? The one was moving mad, people. We're back. We're back. This is technology, man. When you're live, anything can happen. 1-1. Benzi again, you know. Jeez. What a player. Always said this guy is just, he's criminally underrated. What's going on here? Oh, I thought there was yeah, he's criminally underrated. What a player. France are alive now, people. Benzi, that's a foul, surely. Ref doesn't give it. Benzema's on the floor, and he does give it now. Free kick to France. Allez les Bleus, people. Allez les Bleus. Mercedes Benzema. That's a foul there by Rodri. Can France win the game now? They've been awful. And all of a sudden, a goal goes in and they come to life straight away. They scored, what was that, 2 minutes? Equaliser. Keeper suspect for that France goal. I thought he was too far off his line. You know, if he's on his line, he might be able to tip that over. Here come France on the attack. Hernandez wins a corner, I think. Is that a corner? Is he giving a goal kick? Azpilicueta does well there. Don't know what it is about Azpilicueta. I just don't like him. He's one of them players that I'd love to have in my own team, though. He knows the game so well, but he's just, I don't know. He's an annoying... Oh, football friends! Jamal said Ramsdale saves that, by the way. Man like Ramsdale, you know. Aspie experience. Marvel, he's just one of them players. I know you're a Chelsea fan. You probably love him. Ball whipped in. Pogba with a header. Heads it straight at the goalkeeper. He's one of them players you just wouldn't like. You don't like him when he's on the opposite team, but you'd love him in your team. Spain on the counter-attack here. Can they get another goal? Yeah, the one was sideways. Maybe that was the VAR check, man. Aspie is a good guy. Kings, I don't like him, man. You know when you play against him, he'll dive. He'll put in dirty tackles. He's horrible. But he's one of them players you want on your team. It's like Diego Costa. Nobody liked Diego Costa. But deep down, I always looked at Diego Costa and thought, I would love to have you in my team. You're so horrible. Benzema down the line for Mbappe. Here he goes. Come on, Mbappe. Show him what you're about, man. 2-on-1. Can he take on 2? He's in the penalty area. He's got no support. Mbappe shoots. It's blocked. Gets the ball back. He's got no support. He's got about 6 players on him. Does well to keep the ball. Benzema is pulling strings, people. Benzi! Big body Benz, people. Curtis, you're watching this Tukameni guy. He looks strong. Listen, Arsenal, where you're at, man, he looks a good player. Don't he play for Monaco or someone? Looks a player. Looks strong on the ball. France shape is all over the place. Yo, they don't care, man. They just want the goal now. Ball whipped in. That's not a bad ball. Tukameni as well. But Benzema wasn't in the box that time. Goals are coming. Let's hope so. I want another couple goals, people. Curtis, who's the best Irish player you've ever seen? It's got to be Keane now, hasn't it? Roy Keane. Not the most glamorous for real, but it's got to be. I can't think of a better one. Tell me, people. Who's the best Irish player? Robbie Keane was a good player. It's got to be Roy Keane, hasn't it? Champions League winner, man. Big up my boy. Oh, Mbappe's got to do better there, man. Yo, I'm defending you here, bro. They're calling you the French Theo Walcott. Bend that in the far corner, man. Thierry Henry settings. Whip it. That's a poor finish, man. Big up my boy Ray Jihad's in the chat. I hope you're well, my bro. Said, man, streaming the France-Spain game. You love it. I love this game. Patrice Evra settings, people. You know that. People saying Ronnie Whelan, Liam Brady. Again, I never really watched them, man. A little before my time. So for me in this generation, Dennis Irwin, yo, he was a baller. Can't lie. Damien Duff was decent as well. It's got to be Roy Keane, though. Wasn't entertaining. There was nothing good to watch, but in terms of what he achieved, he's treble winning captain. Come on, this game's hanging now. Gooner8 said Brady or Pat Rice. Gooners, you see. Patrice Evra settings, Clement. You know that, man. You know this. Can we get a winner? 18 minutes to go. Spain, they've played well. They've been the dominant team. It's a shot. Goes out for a corner. Shot goes over. Corner, Spain. Yeah, Mbappe. I don't know what's happened, man. Do you know what? I think he's been polluted by PSG and Neymar's arrogance and ego, man. That's what I'm putting it down to. I feel like Mbappe was almost better at Monaco than at PSG. Needs something different. Man said Shane Long to Ross. Yo, Shane Long, 1 goal a season. Man's made a career out of scoring like 1 goal a season for Southampton. Benzema better than Salah? I mean, listen, technically better, but Salah's on fire at the moment. It's a difficult one. But Benzema started the season great for Real. Broad said Neymar messed him up, and he said he was way better at Monaco. Yeah, he gave me them young R9 vibes at Monaco, man. But now, I don't know. He's giving me Theo Walcott vibes. Mbappe is another Walcott. It's harsh, but he's always going to get that just because of the pace. Ball whipped in. It's flicked over by Spain. This game, I believe, goes to extra time and penalties as well. Issa said, why do man always blame Neymar for Mbappe's problems? He's led him astray, man. I'm blaming him. I'm blaming him, man. But yeah, sometimes it is too easy to blame him. Yeah, Benzema this season's on fire. I saw his stats the other day, man. He's absolutely ferocious. Benzema or David Villa? David Villa was good. I'm just a massive, massive Benzema fan. So for me, big body Ben settings, man. Ever since Benzema cut weight and started taking training seriously, he looked a new signing. Yeah, I saw something saying that when he reached 30, he changed his training program to make his career go on longer. But Mikel the Cone, man, Benzi or Lewandowski. If you're talking straight goal scorer, man, Lewand is probably the best striker in the world. I'm just a fan of Benzi, innit, Broad said Mbappe at Monaco was unreal, fam. Even for France, he was crazy. I think Neymar and wages mashed him up. Same with Dembele. Can happen, innit? The hunger disappears, When you're coming up from the slums and you're getting, a little 10, 20, 30 bags a week and you're on your way up, that hunger's going to be in your game. When you're picking up 200 bags and you're a superstar, are you going to have that same level of dedication and hunger? That's why you got to rate Messi and Ronaldo so highly, because they've never been affected by the money, the fame, the success. That drive, that will to succeed has been there their whole careers, Mark said, all set up for a late Mbappe tweet, Shaw style. Yeah, I might have to slander him in the comments. Call him the French Walcott. He'll probably score the winner. Speck said Lewandowski to Newcastle. No, they ain't getting players like that. That's for certain. Here come France. Benzema and Mbappe play a little 1-2. Mbappe whips it in. Oh, it's cleared. They were appealing for offside there. It's Pogba. Pogba shoots. Oh, my days. He's hitting corner flags, people. Tried to volley it from 35 yards. Slices it out for a goal kick. Horrible. Ramsey and Fekir linked with Newcastle. They're possible, I'd say. They're possible. Mbappe has already won a World Cup and money beyond imagination. It's tough. It is tough. It is tough. You got to love the game so much that you're, because there are players genuinely playing football to make money to secure their family. I know players who play football who go, I don't even love football that much. I'm just very good at it, and it's going to give me a lifestyle. Ooh. And listen, I do get the impression Mbappe loves playing football. I just don't think he loves playing for PSG. And I just think he needs a move. I'd love to see him in the Prem, to be honest, but I think he'll end up at Madrid. Here comes Spain on the attack. Corner. Ad said Mbappe played great the other night, was a big part of the comeback win. You can't expect him to do it every game. Even Ronaldo and Messi didn't. Mbappe's stats are outstanding and he performs consistently. He does. I just think he set such a high standard for himself at Monaco and playing for France in 2018. He was doing it more often than not. Now, a lot of the time I watch Mbappe for PSG and I'm underwhelmed because I'm comparing him to that earlier Mbappe. And even for France, he was great the other night. And I said that in the stream. I keep getting the slander because I said Mbappe is still better than Haaland. But there's a lot of Haaland fans in the comments. Just for me, I think Haaland needs to do it on that top level consistently, you know. Big ol' Axe in the chat. Hope you're well, bro. He said Ads needs to shut up and get Mbappe. Yo, he's coming for you in the chat, man. Mbappe's had two FIFA covers. Do you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen Haaland on no FIFA yet. He needs to relax. Here comes Spain into the penalty area. Oh, could have got a penalty there. Oh, he could have genuinely got a penalty there. He decided not to try to stay on his feet. Pogba's been quiet tonight. He's played a few nice passes, but I think he needs to get on the ball a bit more if they're going to win this. 13 minutes to go, people. Mikel the Cone Man said, I really wanted him Rica after Wenger left. I think a lot of people would have liked to have got him. I'd said, tell Akeem his head's mad. Oh, dear me. Jatish said, Curtis, who would you rather have in your team, Mount or ESR? I think Mount's ahead of him, isn't he? His development, he's further down the line. I've said before, I like ESR. I do think he is a little bit overrated by Arsenal fans. I know that sounds harsh, and I do like ESR. Let me not make it sound like I'm slandering one of our youngsters. I think he's very good. He's got a lot of potential. But I do think at times he's a little bit overhyped. But I do like ESR, but I want to see him produce more this season. So, unfortunately, when you play in that number 10 role, as much as I always say the game isn't about stats, you do have to produce stats. You do have to affect the goal and get goals and assists. Hopefully, he can add, 10 goals maybe to his game this season, Global CFC, all these Arsenal frauds don't know good players, hence where your team is. Listen, Global, we ain't signing the players, bro. As fans, we just assess them. We can't sign them. You have to blame Edu, the travel agent. Thomas Cook settings. Luca said, would you take Fabregas back? Nah, man. Fab's like 34 now playing in France. He's not that guy anymore. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have Fabregas at 34 on the ball than El Neni and probably Xhaka. But nah, not now. Prem's too quick for him. Stackademic said, it's political, Curtis. They want to elevate Haaland. Mbappe! Offside. No, he's not offside. Mbappe has scored! Kylian Mbappe! What are you saying to me now, people? Where's the Haaland fans at? Where's the Haaland fans at? Kylian Mbappe! It's all about the moments, people. You ain't done that in World Cup finals. You ain't done it in Nations League finals. You ain't played Champions League finals, Haaland. You ain't done it in the big stage. Is he onside, though? Is he onside? All that could go. He's off. I take it all back. I take all of it back. He's offside. He's half a yard off. What a finish. Near post, left foot. Oh, he's sold the goalkeeper dreams. He's made him think he's going to pass it. Oh, my God. I think that's going to get disallowed, people. Hey, Ads, don't you try that in the comments, bro. I said, if I call him the French Walcott, he'll score. When I called Messi the Argentinian Ryan Fraser, he went and scored. Then I called Ronaldo the Portuguese Benteke, and he scored. It's reverse psychology. Work with me, my friend. Work with me. He's offside. Man said offside. Haaland's clear. Hey, Mbappe, have they disallowed it, people? I got the commentary. It counts! It counts! What we saying, bro? He's half a yard offside. They've give it. They can't be bothered. The ref must have reservations in a restaurant, people. Listen, what shoulder is it? This shoulder. You don't get... Where am I pointing the thumb? You don't get on green screens for nothing. Yeah. The man, by the way, he's half a yard offside. He's half a yard offside, by the way. And they've bottled it on the VAR. That is half a yard offside, not that I care. Told man, better than Haaland, people. Better than Haaland. It's the moments that you remember, people. It's the moments. Remember that. It's all about the moments, the magic moments. He sold the goalkeeper a dream, made it look like he was going to pass across the goal, drops the step over, left foot, near post. See you later, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much, Simon. Man like Simon, you know. How are you putting Simon in goal over David De Gea? You're mad. Kylian Mbappe, fam. I told man. Better than Haaland. Haaland's in his yard right now watching this game thinking, I wish I was playing in this game. Man said it's the offside. Miles on, mate. Miles on. Nah, he's definitely half a yard off. That's for real. Bro, I've been defending him the whole time. Semi-final of the Nations League. Scored. Final of the Nations League. Scored. I did predict 2-1 before the game, Jamie. You remember? I said 2-1 France with you. I should have put money on it. They actually haven't played that well. Again, Spain have dominated the game. But, oh, here's Mbappe again. Oh, he mishits it. See, he should have actually done better there. Wow, he had a chance. Could have bent that in the far corner. Broad said Nations League is a shambles. Man are just letting the goal count because the lights turn off at 10. Yo, the refs had enough, man. The ref said, yo, get me out of here, man. I need to get back to England. Defender, yeah, like you said, Reggie, man, defender touched it. Oh, so is that what made it onside, yeah? But still, when the pass was, maybe when the pass was played, he was onside. I don't know. I thought he was off. Anthony Taylor's involved in money laundering. Oh, dear. Eddie would have buried that, mate. Eddie would not have buried that, mate. He would have missed. He'd have probably scored it in the 90th minute when we're losing 4-0 and celebrated, you know, call me and all that. Haaland plays for Norway. Listen, I know. And I know that's it. That's not his fault, you know. Listen, when he gets the move, if he goes Real Madrid, goes Man City, then we'll talk Haaland. Right now, Haaland, relax. Your time will come. You ain't on these levels yet. You ain't playing in these games, Champions League finals, all that. I seen man like Timo Werner look like a world beater in the Bundesliga. Do you know what I'm saying? Come to the Prem and tear it up. Then I'll hold my hands up. Dr. Figures said, with all due respect to the Bundesliga, their defenders are trash. I mean, listen, I don't want to slander them and say they're trash, but they defend on the halfway line. You ever watch Bundesliga, right? You play one through ball and you're one-on-one with a goalkeeper. That league is crazy. All their defenders, they're all pushed so high. They leave so much space in behind. Just play a through ball and a man's one-on-one. Heard Haaland's agent wants 30 million a year. Bro, that deal's going to cost 200 million. Even if he's got a 75 million release. I heard his dad wants like 25 million and his dad's not even his agent. His dad's just like, yeah, I want 25 million, mate. I made him. You know, I made him. I want 25 mil. That deal's going to be mad. It's going to be mad. Big facts. Haaland gets bare one-on-ones. Bro, even when Aubameyang was in Germany, you just see through ball and a man's in. Free kick to France, 25 yards out. Pogba will be on this, I think. Bakuta, thank you for the super chat, bro. Said, thoughts about Tukameni. Looks a baller, only 21. Didn't know he was 21. Looks quality. I believe he plays for Monaco. Looks strong. Looks good on the ball. He's been very good today. Free kick to France. Laporte. Laporte must be fuming, man. He's French-born, French-raised. Went to Spain at a young age. I think he played for Bilbao. And the man chose to play for Spain ahead of France. And France are world champions. They're on the verge of winning the Nations League. I do think he was hard done by a little bit. Because when I look at like that Koundé guy who plays centre-back. Oh, Griezmann shoots over. Do you know what? I've always had this debate about Griezmann. Is this guy overrated? I don't know. Like, I heard he's on 600 grand a week at Barca. 100 million he costs for Barcelona. Don't get me wrong, Griezmann's a baller, but I don't think he's no world-class 100 million pound footballer, Griezmann. I don't know. What do you think, people? Is Griezmann overrated? Just never seen the hype around him. He's a good player, but I don't know. Some of you may say he's brilliant, but he's a baller. Don't get me wrong, but 100 mil, 600 grand a week. I don't see that, man. I don't see it. And he flopped at Barca. Let's keep it 100. He's flopped at Barcelona. King said he's not overrated. Tom thinks he is. Sammy said he is. Griezmann's better than Grealish. I mean, yeah, that's not really the level to judge him at, though. I'd say he was way better than Grealish. He should be. I'd said at Atletico he was definitely world class. He's dropped off, though. Couldn't handle the Barca move, even though I let him off a bit because Barca were in free for all a little bit. But I don't know what it is. I like him, but not 100 million. But then when Griezmann's 100 million and Grealish is 100 mil, 100 mil ain't much. Here's Alonso. Oh, they're appealing for a penalty there, Spain. I don't think that's going to be given. Grealish is better than Griezmann. Nah. I'm not going for that. Grealish ain't all that. He's not 100 million either. Do you prefer creative wingers or goal scoring? I think now you need goal scoring wingers. Oh, Spain could be in. What a save! Oh, Yazabal with a shot, left foot saved low down by Lloris, bottom corner. France on the counter attack. Benzema fouls. That could have been the equaliser with 2 minutes to go. Jatish said, you butchered my first name. Have I done you? What? Jatish? Surely that's Jatish. Apologies if I've hammered your name. He said, why is this cheat of a ref officiating the finals? I know, not often you see an English ref do these European finals because they're not the best refs. Pogba drives through the middle. He's striding through the middle, finds Benzema. 4-on-3 for France, 4-on-4. Benzi finds Mbappe. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper on the volley. France could have finished it. It's end-to-end stuff now. 2 minutes to go, people. Mbappe could have finished it off there, man. France had a chat. Oh, Spain, that's a malicious foul there by Mbappe. He'll get a yellow card for that. I think Mbappe should have done better there. Hit it straight at the keeper. Should have gone across goal. Yellow card for Mbappe. Well, we got a minute to go of normal time. Probably get about 3 minutes added on. Haaland would have 2 goals. This is the new thing now, isn't it? Anything Mbappe does wrong, Haaland. Ben's Mbappe duo. If Mbappe goes, oh, here comes Spain. Shot. What a block. They appeal for a penalty. Oh, Ben's Mbappe duo. If Mbappe goes Madrid, will be the best thing since sliced bread. And imagine if you can get a half-decent Eden Hazard as well and create it into a front three. Big up Mozzie. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Here comes Spain on the attack into the penalty area. Again, they're appealing for a penalty. Kimpembe too strong there. Ball over the top. Mbappe is striding. He appeals for a free kick. I'm not sure if he'll get it. King Darwin said Mbappe's overrated. Prince Teddy can't wait to see Mbappe and Benzema in Madrid together. And they may get Pogba as well, you know? If he goes there. Ak said, Kurt, you need to relax on the Mbappe shouts. I think he's a great player, but overrated. No, man, he can't be, surely. Oh, here comes Spain. 5 minutes added on. I think he's a beast, man. I think he's a beast. He gets in he probably gets in every team in world football. Let's be honest. What team does he not get in? I think he gets in every team in world football. Mbappe. Tell me a team he doesn't get in, people. Front three. Give me a front three Mbappe doesn't get in. I don't think there's one in the world. That tells you how good he is. Do you think Pogba can strive in La Liga? I think he'll look like a beast in La Liga. Slightly slower, less physical. I think he'll look like a beast. And I think he will go there. Liverpool, he gets in there, man. Come on. They fit him in somehow. Firmino gets dropped. Maybe they move Salah central. They move Mbappe central. Firmino's career is over if Mbappe goes to Liverpool. Let's keep it 100, people. Yeah, let's keep it 100. I know he plays great as part of that system. Do you think Jurgen Klopp would not sacrifice Firmino for Kylian Mbappe? Come on. He would, man. Just on politics alone, he would. Mbappe's a beast. Pogba is amazing. He's just a lot better for France, isn't he? He's been quiet, but then when he gets the ball, he produces some magic, you know? Tell me, people, any other teams? Most people, the only one they've said is Liverpool. Arsenal. Listen, to be fair, Mbappe at Arsenal probably would look like Theo Walcott because we don't create any chances, you know? McLovin said Mbappe was offside. But Garcia's slide attempt to block made it a failed back pass. Oh, okay. I didn't understand why it wasn't. He looked about a yard off or half a yard off. Mbappe wouldn't get in the Burnley front three. Yeah, he probably wouldn't, to be fair, with them elbows. You got to put Vaseline on your elbows to get in that team. Hakeem said Klopp sacrifices Coutinho and he was their best player. So why would he take Mbappe over Firmino for his sister? Nah, Axa, listen, come on. Ads, if you're in the chat, talk to this guy. Are you telling me that Jurgen Klopp wouldn't sacrifice Firmino? Kylian Mbappe, come on. He's about 6-7 years younger than him, man. Coutinho was their best player. And he let him go for the sake of the long term of the club. Bought younger players in positions that they needed more. Firmino's injury prone at the moment as well. They'll come for you, Akeem, you know. The community don't play, you know. Bayern, oh, come on. Behave yourself, Levan. He walks into that front three. Leroy Sané ain't doing nothing there at the moment. He starts. Are we trying to say Gnabry's better than Mbappe? He gets in easily as well. Man is saying Ack needs to go to bed. It's a late night, people. It's a Sunday. His mind's scrambled. Corner to Spain. Corner to Spain, people. Yeah, let's get the likes up to... What? 850 in the chat. Yo, we're moving here, people. Great numbers for a non-Arsenal watch-along on a Sunday evening as well. Great numbers, people. Man City, a mob squad. Come on, he walks into it. Better than Sterling, better than Grealish. Ball whipped in. The goalkeeper's up. Oh, Spain. Oh, what a save. Oh, the goalkeeper gets a touch on it and it's cleared. Simon, it actually came to him and he couldn't get the shot off. Jeez, great save by Hugo. Shot was straight at the keeper. The rebound came out to Unai Simon. Spain still have it. 45 seconds to go. They're going to cross it. Ball whipped in. Is that a corner? It's a corner to Spain. 30 seconds to go. Jeez, people, it's all going off. Second half's been so much better. The first half was awful. I mean, listen, Laurie should save that. But the clearance is very good. You know, he gets out of harm's way. Spain, last chance. Goalkeeper's up. Headed away. Comes back to the Spanish player. Just needs to get it back into the box. Cross. Whipped in. Last chance. Falls to him. It's cleared. Still, they've got the ball, Spain. Edge of the box. Ball whipped back in. The goalkeeper goes up. Oh! Goes out for a goal kick. And that should do it for France. I did call 2-1 at the start, people. Goalkeeper went up for the header. He couldn't quite reach it. And that will be that. I think they will blow full time. Painful. First half was absolutely atrocious. Second half's been very entertaining. And listen, I think this Nations League is growing, people. I really do. It all takes time. You know, it's not just going to feel like a prestigious tournament straight away. But you look at the quality of the games we've seen. The semi-finals were both fantastic. And the final in the second half's been excellent. Pogba. I mean, we're gone over the 5 minutes. I'm surprised the ref hasn't blown the whistle. 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Alonso whips it in. Oh, comes back out. Spain still got a chance. Ball whipped in, headed away by Koundé, and Pogba loses the header to Alonso. 2v1 here, Spain. Last chance, surely. Whipped in back post, headed away by Kimpembe, and the full-time whistle goes. France are the Nations League champions. They have won it from Portugal, who were the previous winners. Kylian Mbappe scores the winning goal. And Haaland's never... No, I won't do that. People. France 2-1. Nations League winners. And a very entertaining game, people. First half actually was absolutely Eric Dyer. But the second half was much, much better. Really enjoyed it. 850 of you in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like the video as well if you haven't already, people. We are 4 away from 37k. 4 subscribers. There's definitely 4 people in the chat who haven't subscribed. Smash that button. Let's hit 37,000 today. We're back with the Arsenal content tomorrow as well. 2 p.m. We'll be talking Arsenal again. So we'll see the latest goings off. Big week coming up, man. Football Content Awards this Thursday, man. We need that trophy, people, man. We need that trophy. Great game of football, second half. Benzema and Mbappe with the goals. Big up to everyone in the chat. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. I will be watching Jamaica against Canada at 11 o'clock, but I won't be streaming it. They're getting me vexed right now. And apparently there's no fans allowed in the stadium for this game due to COVID restrictions. So the atmosphere will not be great either. But I will be watching that later on. And listen, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, people. Big up to everyone in the chat. Great comments as usual. Great interaction. 2 p.m. tomorrow. Arsenal are back, so the stress levels will be higher. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bless.